What's up, y'all? This your girl Jay Renee with Prison Riot Radio. I hope that you're doing well. This afternoon, we got a brother on the phone. You know, you always see his stuff coming through. We got brother AC on the phone. He got the podcast, Voice to the People, that comes through us. And it's been a while since we actually got to interview him and talk to him. So I got the pleasure of doing that today. So we're going to jump right into it. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing well, blessed. A lot of great things have been happening in my life, and I just look forward to sharing them and hopefully inspiring other people.
For sure. You know, you've been doing amazing things. We definitely going to talk about that. But I want you to do like a brief introduction of yourself for those that might not have seen your previous work. So tell the people a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
My name is AC. I'm from Yakima, Washington. I've been incarcerated for about 15 years now. I've always found it odd that when we find ourselves in these situations, that sometimes there's only a 50% chance for people to go one way or the other way inside of these situations. And my goal is to make it a 100% chance for people to make a change. I've currently, since I've been down, been part of BPC, which is the Black Prisoners Caucus. I've been having the pleasure of being the executive secretary of that organization. Most recently, I was given the lead organizer position for an organization called Look to Justice. I encourage people to go to looktojustice.com, get involved, and see some of the great legislative work that that organization is doing, and just try to grow. We've been able to have a lot of really cool activities and stuff that we're setting up for this summer. We just came off of a great event, from the cultural event, the Juneteenth event that we did a little bit earlier due to prison restrictions of it being a holiday, no administration being there. But check me out on here at Voice of the People presented by AC. See what I'm talking about. Thank you to the Sister J giving me this platform. You know, we can't do it without people putting us in the positions so we can have our voice actually be heard and possibly help others.
Exactly, bro. We got to make sure that we always tap into each other and help each other achieve our goals. You know, there's a lot of brothers and sisters that's behind the G-wall, and with that support from the outside, you know, they can do amazing things. You know what I mean? So we definitely need that support.
Absolutely.
The people love your podcast. You always on point with the things that you're talking about. So we definitely appreciate you putting your heart and mind into the atmosphere.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. So I want to
thank you to the people.
Oh, for sure. So I do want to ask you more about something that you said. It's the Black Prisoners what?
Black Prisoners Caucus.
Okay,
and
Black
so
Prisoners Caucus. So yeah, tell us more about that, and what made you say, you know, something like this needs to exist?
So this has been around for about 50 years now. So some brothers decided that, you know what, Black people have been disenfranchised and marginalized for too long. And so what the brothers decided to do was develop something that was by us, for us, at the end of the day. And what it did was put people of color inside of prison in a position of leadership. The importance of being in a position of leadership is to then lead others to follow you into a direction that is positive and constructive. And so throughout the BPC's history, they've created things like committees that deal with family, education, social, community work, and even the opportunity for people to just be able to grow within the organization, to be able to reinstill confidence, to be able to reinstill a sense of purpose, because sometimes that can get lost in you, especially for men of color and women of color. And so I'm proud to say that here in Washington State, that we have a BPC chapter in every prison facility, including the women's facilities. And the brothers and sisters are doing amazing work to continuously help out Black people. But let me also clarify that BPC also stands for Building Positive Communities, right? And so the importance about building positive communities is recognizing that there are all colors in the communities, right, and being able to give everybody an opportunity to be empowered. But, you know, you have to kind of start at home first before you can start branching out and starting to empower other people. We felt it was important that we empower our people first. That way we have the tools to help others empower their people.
You're right, but, you know, you're always on point, and I appreciate you so much, you know what I'm saying, being a part of...
I appreciate you.
...of the fight. You know what I mean? The fight against the machine. I want to give, our listeners a little insight. You write essays, you put them out through your podcast, but, explain, what made you realize that you needed to express yourself in this way.
I think for me, growing up in this system, I've been in prison since I was 18 years old, and I seen a lot of harm. I seen a lot of things that were happening, and the only downside is when things happen inside of these walls, that's where it stays. No one really knows what is happening behind these prison walls. Nobody really knows what is really going on inside of these facilities, right? Nobody hears about the mistreatment by officers. Nobody hears about people that are continuously being targeted or mistreated just for the color of their skin. People that are being deemed mental health cases, and they really don't have any really mental health issues. They just need some assistance in getting to where they need to go. The people that are being placed in segregation with these indeterminate segregation placements where they don't know when they're getting out. And so I just felt that it was important that, people in the community started really hearing about what has been going on inside of these facilities, because at the end of the day, mistreatment is mistreatment. I don't care what you've done. There are people here trying to do better, but then there are people that work here that are trying to thwart the opportunity for individuals to do better. So I felt it was important in my job as someone that can communicate and write to be able to get that out there to the people and try to get some guys in their help.
Right. I'm with you there, bro. I definitely appreciate you. I know the people appreciate you. And that's the same reason why I'm in media, is because I know, I have a certain skill set. I have the heart and the mind. And we got to do this work.
Absolutely.
Because they not no one else is going to do it but us. You know what I'm saying? They like, if we
Absolutely.
don't care, they not going to care. And even when we care, they still don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? So we got to make sure
Absolutely.
we doing, what we got to do. 110%. So you did talk about, some of the crazy stuff that happens behind these walls. We here on Prison Riot Radio, we often expose it every time we find out something going on, I know that the facility that you're in at one time had some issues. How is that going currently?
Well, there's been a shift happening here lately, where a lot of the people that were causing a lot of harm inside of the facility have started to be getting exposed, and so they're being held accountable a little bit more. But there's still a lot of work to get done. We still have people that talk to people very, very vulgarly. We still have people that try to downplay people's family issues. Currently, one of the biggest situations or current problems that we're having right now is that they put out a memorandum that doesn't allow people to get closer to their families. And so the way that the system works is that you're allotted a certain amount of points that classifies where you are on their spectrum, whether you're high violent, whether you are maximum security, medium security, long-term minimum security, or CAM. And so there's a point ratio that allows for you to dictate where you're at. And so what they're doing now is saying that there's no more facility-to-facility moves, meaning that if you have points to be at a medium facility and you want to move to another medium facility, you cannot do that because you're not promoting. But a lot of people are being separated from their families by a long way. There's people that are from here over on the eastern side of Washington that are from the western side of Washington, where their family has to drive 3 to 4 hours to come and see them. And instead of lightening the burden on those families, they continuously press upon them the burden of having to travel so far. And so it is something that we're currently working on, and we ask you, the community, to reach out, because we know that here in Washington State, there's a lot of family and loved ones that want to see their family closer, so the burden isn't so hard for people to see their kids, their moms, their grandmothers. I know of a brother that was unable to go and see his father the last time before he passed because the trip was just too hard and his medical conditions wouldn't allow it. But they also would not allow this individual to transfer to be closer because of this memorandum.
I see.
And so things like that we're working on to try to fight to recreate these opportunities. If DOC is saying that they are for the families, then they need to prove it to us. Show it to us that you're for the families. Let people get closer to their families, regardless of whether it's a security-to-security transfer.
Yeah. Thank you for letting us know that's going on. You definitely got my full support. So, just tell me, where I need to
Absolutely.
go, where I need to be with that fight. And,
Absolutely.
having your loved ones close to you and being able to see them and that stuff matters. You know what I mean? Not only does it matter to
Yes.
your mental health, but it can help you through it can help you be able to do the things you need to do to get through your time. You know what I mean? And I think it also can help with making sure recidivism is not as rampant. We got to support our people
Right.
that's behind the wall. Sometimes it be like out of sight, out of mind, but you got to remember them. They're still here. So, support is definitely
Right.
important. We don't have too much time left, bro, but I want to give you an opportunity, just to address the people and drop some gems or, whatever's on your mind.
Absolutely. So this year we had our Juneteenth event. Like I said, we did it a little bit early, but I want to say how powerful it was to be at this Juneteenth event because we had a couple state representatives like Tara Simmons, Stephanie Bernard, Mia Gregerson, Strong Peterson, just to name a some, that came down and got to share that space with us. Tara Simmons, she gave an amazing testimony about her overcoming her circumstances as a previously incarcerated person and then now becoming a lawyer and a state representative, right? And so there was a message of empowerment. So I just want to let people out there know, what I'm saying, that no matter what your circumstances are, you have an opportunity to be empowered and utilize our circumstances as a springboard to be able to go where we want to go. We had Stephanie Bernard. She got in with serving people meals and serving families meals and things like that. And so it was very powerful to see these people intermingling and mixing and talking with the individuals here. And that's where it starts to work. Community involvement is where it starts to work. So I encourage you, the community, get involved no matter where you're at. Get involved with your local prisons. Get involved with the brothers and sisters inside and show them that you care because like Jay said, we don't want to be forgot about. Outside, out of mind. Let's not make that a thing anymore. Let's be involved.
Just like that, bro. I always appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Thank you very much. If anybody has any questions for me, you can contact me through Securus Technologies at Anthony Colbert, number 335-988. And come, we can chop it up and think about some ideas of what we can do to move forward.